Hey everybody, how y'all doing? I'm gonna give you guys my final thoughts and my final review and my overall thoughts with part 1 and part 2 of Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works second season, Now, when I'm looking at this series, looking at the final episode, it's just an epilogue of what's to come, So if anything else, I'd like to get started right away. So let's go. Okay, at the beginning, we have to it that Shiro is in London or England, studying magic with Rin Tosaka, and they end up talking to each other. And Rin gives Shiro a couple advice of what's to come in this school, like you have to be careful, don't drop your guard. And I believe some woman was about to touch Rin, and then Rin puts her guard up and uses her magic, and then it looks like some girl named Luvia-san has a little small talk here and there, and I'm thinking about my dear lord. So yeah, if y'all know who this woman is, Luvia, then honestly, it's been a long time or a long while that we have not seen her. I'm pretty sure y'all know what I'm talking about, which I'll save for another time. And later on, we see to it that Rin and Luvia had a little combat match in the next class, and it was pretty hilarious. And Rin did have a bad beatdown and have a little small talk with Shiro, asking him where did you meet her? And then Shiro's met her when I got lost and she got lost, that kind of thing, and so forth. And yeah, so far sounds like Rin and her have a little rivalry against each other. And Rin's hairstyle just changed dramatically when I'm looking at it, and so forth. Speaking of which, we have to it that Rin and Shiro go to a certain place and possibly a grave where Shiro could talk to Saber for a bit, and she gave him some time alone and look at the grave and thank Saber for what she's done, etc. And as for Shiro and Rin, they end up having a little talk about having to depend not only on our own strength, but having to get the assistance from others as well, and so forth. After that, we see to it that our buddies, on the other hand, have have gone on home, and we have a little flashback about what Shiro did throughout his high school year, throughout the rest of high school, And after that, small talks here and there. Shinji seems to be okay, and Sakura's still seeing to his health, and Shinji's just embarrassed in here and there. And I'm thinking in my mind, you know what, boy? You are very lucky to even survive, and you're very lucky to even have Sakura to still care for you, even despite probably what you did to her. Yep, a-hole. Despite that, at least he's fine, but I don't know what the heck he's gonna do throughout the rest of his dang life, that kind of thing. And eventually, as time continues on, we see to it that things just gotten a little hectic here and there, that kind of thing, and so forth. And yeah, so overall, after a couple talks with Rin and so forth, asking Shiro, what are you gonna do? I'm gonna go to London, I could bring someone with me, and Shiro says, you already know that answer, I'm gonna go with you, that kind of thing, which is already shown. Eventually, as Shiro goes on by, he thanks Tosaka for bringing him along with her, that kind of thing. And after that, when the next day came, I believe that there was a certain somebody right there, and I'm thinking on my, is that what I think it is? Those of you who watch Fate Zero, you know what I'm talking about. The guy asks Shiro what's up, what's he doing here, etc, 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 and what kind of future you're going for. Shiro explains everything. He said he's going for a hero of justice, and even though the guy says that's idiotic but not humorous, the world is small after all. And I'm thinking in my mind, oh, you just realized that right now. Of course it's small, and we all have less lives to live. Low lifespan. Eventually, Shiro goes back to Tosaka and they have a little small talk, and Shiro realizes that he might go down the same path and it might be inevitable. Even Rin could agree with that, but she'll find a way that as long as you keep walking and walking, you might find something else, a proper ending, possibly, which is something that to keep his high hopes up, along with himself, and which is understandable. eventually, Rin, Tosaka, and Shiro shake their hands and getting ready for possibly a long time relationship. Not just not just a master and a pupil, but possibly as lovers as well. Hopefully. After that, saw the credits, and of course, after the credits, we see to it that our buddy Emiya, or Archer, future Shiro possibly, has a little small talk about what he's done and so forth. He has regrets here and there, but decisions he made are not wrong, possibly, whatever he said, that kind of thing. And later on, he gets ready to do his next mission, and around the ending, it shows the possible younger Shiro going through a desert, possibly. So pretty much whatever he chooses is his own, but yeah, and it ends there. Overall, for this series, of course, it's very debatable. A lot of people could hate it and diss on it because there's a lot of issues with it, and I can understand that. Whatever fact they bring up and so forth, I could possibly understand because I probably might have missed it too, and so forth. Well, I did have a couple problems here and there. It's not all perfect, but it's not all bad the way I look at it. Maybe there were a couple sayings and possible quotes that might have confused the hell out of us, especially when it came to those foreshadowings. I will be honest with you, the foreshadowings were kind of shown a lot, and I did not like that overall. But it is what it is. I still had my fun with it. But yeah. As for the second course, I'll give it 8 out of 10. But when it comes to overall, if you guys been keeping up with me in my anime list and along with all my Fate Stay Night reviews, then you should already know what my overall score could be exactly, And yeah, when it came to the series, I expected a lot because I expected a lot to be way better than Studio Dean can bring out, to be honest with you, and it brings out what it had to bring out for a certain route, which I'm really glad upon. Especially maybe some extra scenes here and there when it came to the epilogue, but that's okay too, which I still enjoyed. And of course, when it came for the entire course of part 1 and part 2, I'll give it an 8.5 out of 10, for the entire thing in general, everything together, part 1 and part 2. Overall, we all know that Shiro was going to accept the fact of what path he could go down and what possibly can go wrong, especially end up at a certain place and possibly get into regrets and so forth. But with his own spirit and hopes kept up high by Tosaka Rin and possibly getting him to a role where he doesn't have to get to a certain downfall where he might go crazy, But yeah. Overall, I really still had my enjoyment with it, seeing Shiro still continuing with the road and ideals he wanted to be and so forth, despite grabbing it from someone else or continuing it or being a fake, or being a hypocrisy, hypocrisy and so forth. He still continues with his own path and what he believes in, which is something I accept very, very much. The guy has a lot of spirit, I give him that, but when it comes to certain points, I was kind of annoyed with a couple characters here and there, but yeah, overall, Shiro did what he had to do, and whatever road he chooses, he'll continue that path, which is something related to all of us that eventually will come. Now, I know a lot of people will hate the series because maybe through subjectively or objectively, depending what it's trying to achieve or something. But I can understand that from a very good point of view, it is debatable, sometimes a lot of series that gets overrated here and there, that kind of thing. But you see here, as for Fate, I can understand why people may not like it or may not like it at all, but when it comes to thinking about it and looking at it carefully, there could be some issues and so forth about what it can actually bring overall, So overall, like I said, the entire course, first part and second part, is an 8.5 out of 10. But yeah, I still had my enjoyment. I still had fun, but I wish it could have been better. But it had to be what it had to be. I really hope it could bring out. I really hope I also heard Heaven's Feel that's supposed to come out soon in a movie. It's supposed to be really Heaven's Spear route is supposed to be the craziest one out of all the routes in Fate, you know. And I hope to believe that. And I was told that it smashes Fate Zero down to the ground like no tomorrow. But it's really debatable, and I don't really know. So that's one thing I'm gonna say for sure. But hopefully, like that's coming true. So overall, guys, this is my final review and final thoughts for Fate. I really hope you guys had fun, like traveling with me or watching the anime series along with watching my review and recaps. Even though I really still suck at it and I'm still improving myself. So yeah, I think I had a fun time with it. Some people didn't, but I can understand from a certain point of view, you know. So overall, like I'm just gonna end it here, people. I hope you all had fun with Fate as much as I did and did your analyzation detective work and so forth. And yeah, overall, like I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'll see you guys next in my next review and recap, which will be Plastic Memories, you know. Until then, I'm off with Zero. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time. Alright, peace out, bye bye. Thank you very much.